Chromosomal theory of inheritance and the codominance. Here, the codominance is not suited, but actually, due to some previous lecture in our previous lecture, we missed this topic in which we discuss about the dominance, recessiveness, incomplete dominance. Basically, this codominance suit with that lecture, but that's my mistake. So today we discuss about the codominance and the chromosomal theory of inheritance. So, what is chromosomal theory of inheritance? Inheritance. Basically, this theory is presented by the Sutton and Poveri, which present this theory in 1902. Sutton proposed that this theory in scientific community and published the research work or the research paper in 1903. There are the four main postulates of this theory. The first one is the chromosomes are chromosomes are present in pairs in the diploid cell. When we talk about a diploid cell, the chromosomes are always occur in pair, as we said that the homologous chromosome. Basically, homologous chromosomes is the pair of chromosomes. The second postulate is these homologous chromosomes separate during meiosis. When the meiosis occurs, these homologous chromosomes separate with each other, and half chromosomes goes to one gamete and the other half goes to the another gamete. The next one postulate is the fertilization restore the chromosomes number in diploid cell. As I already told you, already we discussed that when the fertilization take place and egg and the sperm fertilize the egg, it restore the chromosomes number. Then fourth postulate is chromosomes segregate and assort independent, which means there is no limit for a chromosome for a single chromosomes for assorting like the combining. There is no rule, no specific rule, like if there is an chromosomes capital A is present and other chromosomes capital B, there is no specific rule for the separation of both the chromosomes and the fertilization or the assortment and then again joining of the chromosomes after fertilization. No specific rule. What is the experiment of the Sutton and Boveri? Basically, Sutton in 1900 done their experiment on the grasshopper, while the Boveri in 1880 on the sea urchins. Both observed that the parallel pattern or the similarities of the factors with the chromosomes. Like as we discussed in case of Mendel, Mendel did not know the term gene, allele, the chromosome. He named the gene as a factor. He said that there is some kind of factors are present which control our traits. Because he is a mathematician, he is not a biologist. So far, he termed this gene as a factor. So when the Sutton and Boveri performed their experiment, he observed that the genes which he observed, these are similar to the factors which observed by the Mendel. Like this is when Mendel said that factors are in pair form, the chromosomes, and the Sutton and Boveri also said that chromosomes are in pair form. Mendel said that the factors are segregate with each other, chromosomes are also segregate with each other. Mendel said that these factors are haploid in gametes. So far, the Sutton and Boveri also said the same, that the chromosomes are haploid in gametes. Factors are also independently segregate and chromosomes are also independent segregate. So what he conclude? He conclude that the factor is actually a chromosome. The term factor which is used by Mendel is nothing else rather than a chromosomes. The traits are controlled by the chromosomes. One chromosome is responsible for the one trait. There was an objection on this theory, and that is if all traits are controlled by chromosomes, then the traits are unlimited and the chromosomes are limited. Like in case of us, in the case of humans, there are the only 46 chromosomes. But in our case, there are a lot of traits. Our eye color, hair length, our arms, our fingers, our feet, our heart, after our liver. So far, This theory is the only this theory is rejected only due to this one objection. How possible there is the limited chromosome number but the unlimited traits? So this objection is resolved by another scientist whose name is the T.H. Morgan. He performed an experiment on the housefly and concluded that traits are not controlled by chromosomes, but the traits are controlled by the genes which are present on the chromosome. He said that the genes are responsible for the traits and genes are present on the chromosomes, and he won the Nobel Prize in 1933, and after this he established the California University. A topic is codominance. What is codominance? Codominance looks similar to the incomplete dominance, but the phenotype of the heterozygous individual is not the intermediate between the phenotype of a homozygous. It is a combination of both phenotypes. Like in case of incomplete dominance, we said that the phenotype of the individual is basically between of the two parents. Like if parent 1 is red and parent 2 is white, then in case of incomplete dominance, the individual gets the pink color. This is the between of these two colors. But in case of codominance, this is the opposite to incomplete dominance. Like in case of codominance, both parents express themselves equally in offspring. There is no intermediate color. There is example is the first one example is the coat color in the short horn breed of cattle. Codominance seen in the inheritance of coat color. Like for coat color gene, capital C is the red coat color which is governed by the two alleles, capital CR and CR, while white is controlled by CW. When we cross a red bull and white cow, which give us the roan, which is the roan color, R and W. This is case of codominance. While when we said that this is the case of incomplete dominance, then the coat color is pink. But in case of incomplete dominance, the coat color is roan. What is roan color? It means a mixture of red and white hairs. Like in this example, you have said that a red pure breed is crossed with a pure white breed. Then the individual gets the roan color, mixture of red and white, not a pure pink color, not a pure red color, not a pure white color. This is the case of incomplete dominance. There is another example which is the ABO blood group system. This is also case of codominant alleles. Our blood group are the almost four categories: A, B, AB, and O. When we talk about A blood group, the gene for blood group is I, and the A blood group is denoted by IA. Similarly with B, IB, and IB, while individual with O are small I. When these genes are in recessive form, this leads to O blood group. But what is the AB blood group? This is basically IAIB and a heterozygous condition. And in case this is the case of incomplete dominance, we said that this is the AB blood, not another third category in case of incomplete dominance. This is codominance. That's all for today. Thank you so much. So if I repeat the codominance case, in this case of codominance, basically what happened, this is looks similar to incomplete dominance but not actually an incomplete dominance. Basically incomplete dominance is the when the dominance is not present, then the heterozygous condition gene express a third form. But in case of codominance, both the parental genes express themselves in equal amount and leads to another third class. So this is today's lecture. If you have any question, then please ask.
सर CR और CR जब क्रॉस करते हैं तो वो CR CW से क्रॉस होगा, तो सर फिर बाद में वो CR जब CW से क्रॉस होगा दोबारा, तो सर फिर इससे आगे थोड़ा सा समझा दें काइंडली।
क्या चीज मैं आपकी बात नहीं अंडरस्टैंड कर पाया, आप क्या पूछ रहे हैं?
सर ये सेकंड इसका जो स्टेप है ना, जिसके अंदर आपने ये कल बताया है कि जब ये क्रॉस होता है
जी
जिसके अंदर इसका कलर आता है सी, ये रेड और वाइट जो है सर, ये
हाँ
वाला
जी।
स्टेप दोबारा एक दफा प्लीज समझा दो।
देखें, होता बेसिकली क्या है, जो आपकी कोडोमिनस होती है उसमें जो दोनों पेरेंटल जीनोटाइप्स होती हैं उन्होंने अपने आप को इक्वल इक्वल अमाउंट में एक्सप्रेस करना होता है। ठीक है, उनसे कोई आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि अगर दो हैं और एक दूसरे पे इनकम्प्लीट डोमिनेट है तो एक तीसरी कैटेगरी आ जाए, ऐसा नहीं होता। उसमें क्या होता है कि दोनों पेरेंट्स ही इक्वल अमाउंट में एक्सप्रेस करेंगे। लाइक अब रेड कोट कलर था एक काऊ का, दूसरी काऊ का क्या था, व्हाइट कोट कलर था। अब दोनों ने जब आपस में क्रॉस किया तो एक का कैपिटल आर आया जीन और दूसरी की तरफ से कैपिटल डब्ल्यू आया। तो इससे एक थर्ड कोट कलर प्रोड्यूस हुआ जो मिक्सचर था दोनों पेरेंट्स का, रेड और व्हाइट का मिक्सचर था, ना कि एक तीसरा कलर बन चुका था। लाइक पिंक कलर बन गया या ब्लैक कलर बन गया, ऐसा केस नहीं हुआ। ऐसा केस इनकम्प्लीट डोमिनेंस में होता है। लेकिन को डोमिनेंस के केस में क्या होता है कि दोनों जीन्स ही अपने आप को शो करेंगे।
सर ये जनरेशन तो सेकंड बनेगी ना, सॉरी थर्ड जनरेशन बनेगी, क्योंकि रेड अलग जनरेशन है, वाइट अलग जनरेशन है।
वो
और
जनरेशन
जो
नहीं
थर्ड
है, वो जनरेशन नहीं है। जनरेशन क्या होती है, जब दो पेरेंट आपस में क्रॉस करते हैं। अब एक रेड है एक वाइट है, वो दोनों हमारे पेरेंट्स हैं, उन दोनों ने क्रॉस किया, उससे हमारी F1 जनरेशन आई।
सही, ठीक है, थैंक यू सर।
वो पेरेंट्स हैं, वो जनरेशन नहीं है। और जो उन पेरेंट्स के क्रॉस से आगे जनरेशन आएगी वो F। हाँ, अगर हम इस रॉन कलर वाले को, रेड एंड व्हाइट मिक्सचर वाले को अगेन आगे यूज करते हैं तो इससे जो इंडिविजुअल्स आएंगे, जैसे यहाँ पे बताया गया है कि उससे 4 इंडिविजुअल प्रोड्यूस होंगे। एक रेड कलर का होगा, 2 रॉन कलर के होंगे और एक व्हाइट कलर का होगा। ये अब हमारी सेकंड जनरेशन होगी, F2 जनरेशन।
सही, थैंक यू सर।
नो प्रॉब्लम।